the little house on the Texas prairie became a house of horrors.
Yeah, that's where we grew up, and it's very pretty out here today.
Miguel Gutierrez couldn't hold back the tears. He's the one who found his father, Henry, shot to death, execution style. His bloody body covered by a blanket. Miguel took us back to the house, still as Henry left it.
You could see his cowboy boots. He always wore cowboy boots.
Mm-hmm. That was really all that you could see, was his boots sticking out from underneath it. I can remember. And there was a shell casing here. There was another one over here.
Schertz, Texas detectives say the killer trashed the house and stole Christmas gift cards.
So what do you suspect they were really doing?
I think the scene was made to look like a burglary instead of an intentional homicide, instead of the intent being to kill Henry that day.
And only adding to the murder mystery, a strange phone call to Henry's Uncle George.
They called George saying that they know who killed Henry. We were able, of course, to backlog that phone and see where it came from. It came from a convenience store in Houston. We weren't able to develop any body or anything from that phone call.
So who are the persons of interest?
Well, of course, everyone that was involved with the scene.
So is Miguel a person of interest, and if so, why?
I personally told Miguel that him and his sister are persons of interest for the simple fact that you have a will change, even though they may not have benefited directly from it. And Miguel is being cooperative with us, by the way.
And that change in the will removed Miguel as the executor. He claims that wasn't a sore spot between him and his dad.
Did he change that in a way that became unfavorable to you or your sister?
No, and they should have told you that. He changed it to my Aunt Chris. And I told him I was thankful for that.
Has it been hard for you and your family because the police have not ruled out family members, including you, as being a person of interest?
Yeah, it's been hard. It's gotten easier because I know I didn't have anything to do with it.
And what about the others cops investigated, like Henry's girlfriends?
No, we've looked at Henry's girlfriends. They were all out of town.
The people in Houston who used the stolen gift cards.
At this time, we don't believe there's any connection between the people who ended up with the cards to Henry's murder.
And as for the drifter who sold them the cards,
did he come to the house and he himself steal them? I would say most likely not.
The cops have never found the shadowy-looking drifter, and all those leads went nowhere. So could Henry's killing be related to business? Cops say another person of interest is Henry's old partner, Efren Gonzalez Sr.
Why is he a person of interest?
Because we haven't had the opportunity to speak to him. He wants us to speak to his attorney.
What about Efren's son?
Efren Jr. has talked to us. He has been cooperative with the investigation.
Do you believe because he was in a business dispute with Henry, that makes him a person of interest, according to you?
Of course, because there's a lot of money to gain one way or the other.
Remember that alleged handshake agreement between Efren and Henry? Efren claimed he was entitled to half of the proceeds of the sale of Bear Waste. He sued Henry and the company that bought Bear Waste, demanding back payments for equipment and a share of the proceeds. They settled out of court.
So after Henry died, Efren got control of the land leading up to Henry's house.
Right, that was part of the civil lawsuit.
This is Henry's house.
Efren won the front piece of this land here, which now includes the main road going into the house.
So Efren owns the driveway to Henry's house.
We wanted to get Efren and his son's side of the police department's claims. They are persons of interest. So we went to their house in this upscale Houston neighborhood.
Mr. Gonzalez, Crime Watch Daily would like to speak with you, please.
There's no way for me to knock on the door or ring the bell because this is a locked gate and the doorbell is there.
We don't know if anyone was at home.
So we're going to go see if we can find them at work, maybe.
Hi, excuse me. I'm looking for Mr. Gonzalez.
If they were there, they didn't come out. but Efren Sr.'s daughter, Beatrice, did.
Who do you think would want to kill Henry?
No, we don't know anything about the case.
And we also did interview the lead detective on the case, and he did say that your father and your brother are persons of interest still. They haven't been ruled out.
They haven't advised us. They've talked to our attorneys, so I'm not sure what that means or what that implies, but they've talked to them and we've cooperated with everything. We have no involvement with that whatsoever. So we loved Henry very, very much. They were family to us.
While Efren, his son, and Henry's son Miguel are persons of interest, they are not considered suspects. And the evidence is as cluttered as a landfill in a hurricane. There is a $75,000 reward for the capture and conviction of his killer, but no one has claimed the reward. This is a family fractured forever by an unsolved murder.
Christmas must be very hard for you.
Christmas will never be the same for us. Christmas Eve, instead of buying a gift, I buy a poinsettia to put at the cemetery.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm sorry too. And I would really love to not have another family suffer and go through what this family has gone through. Sorry.
And now it's time for someone at home watching this to help bring the family the closure they so desperately need. If you know anything about Henry Gutierrez's murder, you can call the Guadalupe County Crime Stoppers at 1-877-403-TIPS, or you can submit a tip anonymously to our website, crimewatchdaily.com. I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.